Hi friends, this is Prema from DSS. Once again welcoming you all for a study session of a book. Today we are going to study the book of James Clear, Atomic Habits. I'm just going to tell you the gist and important points of this book, since it was asked from my friend that once I start this book, they wanted the important points from this book that they can imbibe into. So I am reading the book and I'm just giving them the tips. So let me share it with everyone. Today I'll just go over the view and why this book was written by James Clear. This is a story of James Clear, who is clearly written how he's written this book, like how habits changed his small habit made a big difference in his life. This is own experience that he is written. So he was a high school student when he had a bad injury while playing baseball, and he was hit by the bat and he had severe injuries, head injuries, face, and all his eyes. He had severe traumatic injuries, which he thought that when will I ever come back. So that kind of injuries he had. Then by God's grace, after 2 3 days from hospital, he was okay, but the injuries left him crippled for so many months that he had to go for physiotherapy and rehabilitation, and he had to do a lot of things before he had to get back to school, only to find out that he was playing for varsity, and he was put under the junior to play for in the sophomore team, to play in the junior varsity team. So this was very humiliating for him, but which was a dream for him, that he should take baseball professionally. Then he told, okay. After some time, he came into the team, but still he did not play any games. And then only when he started attending college at Denison, then he slowly moved on to become a senior player, where slowly he had built up habits like going to the gym every day, while other students were all playing, watching movies, and doing things. He would slowly slip down to the gym, and just slowly, one day by day, he increased his stamina. And he used to keep everything in his he used to tidy his table every day. That was a very small task, but he took it that every day he used to tidy his table, sit and study, which made him more confident. He thought, well, suddenly I am feeling very confident. That was, he was daily cleaning his, tidying his table, sitting and studying, and daily studying made him so consistent that he did very well in his college also. And then slowly he went to gym, and from 170 pounds, he came to a lean 200 pounds with the heavy with the weightlifting and all, and he was looking good for himself. His confidence increased. So it took him such a long time before he could play for the baseball. And all these changes, which seem to, like, day by day, he says that, I don't know about other people, but for me, a small change every day gives a big impact. This book is actually written on the human behavioral change pattern, the 4 laws of behavioral change. So we will see the laws and all in the coming talks. Now, today only we will talk about the fundamentals. So this book he wanted, after six years, he stood where he wanted to. This is because constantly for the 6 years he was going on doing on and on what he did. He did every day the small things, studying consistently, tidying up the room, cooking for himself, and going for the gym, exercising every day, playing, exercising, playing. With all this gave him the strength and the confidence that he can do anything. Before he came to the dream come true, it was 6 years of his constant habits that he formed came to the fruition. Or everybody thinks that big changes need big differences. No. Any small change that you make on a consistent basis, you go on improvising it day by day, that actually gives you a big difference. The one habit that he formed with this was that every day, whatever he did, he used to journal it, whatever he was doing. He was writing it down. And after sometimes he had so much of things to share, he started publishing it in a different name on jamesclear.com, and he was writing, and slowly people started reading. He used to write it on a newspaper for in a different name, and then slowly people started identifying, and the coaches from NFL, NBA, and MLB all began to read the work and start coaching their teams according to that. So this was something what he did every day. He wrote, and what was the difference? How he thought that I would never play, and he came back into the baseball for playing. He thought that this will help so many people, those who actually give out the give up on so many things, that they are not seeing the change, they are not able to do it consistently, or they fail, or something happens and they don't go further. For them, he thought that this book would be very, very useful. That's why he has named it as the Atomic Habits. Okay, even if it is a small, it makes a big, vast difference. How he says how this book will benefit you. This book gives you a simple 4 laws of behavioral change. How you can go about it on from first law to the fourth law. He's described it in a very neat and simple way. This has been the small changes, the habits forming patterns, and all had been written by the Dr. Skinner also, but he also worked on the behavioral changes. But only drawback was that it did not give them the proper explanation. So here James Clear actually clearly explains the behavioral change and the cognitive change. So both put together, he's made it this book as the 4 laws of behavioral change that when applied properly can give results to anyone and everyone. It just needs some patience. James Clear also says that there is no one right way of doing right things, but there is a best way that you can follow is this book that can be a guide, because it covers scientifically, whether it be your it doesn't matter where you start and where you are now, but if you put these laws into your practice every day, you will succeed in your, be it your money, relationship, or job, or productivity. As long as human behavior is there, this book will hold good. That is what he gives a strong statement, which actually made me to start reading this book. James Clear talks about the surprising power of atomic habits, like how it changes, how the small habits become the big power. He gives us an example of the Great Britain cycling company which had hired Dave Brailsford in 2003 for as a director, but where more than 100 years of Great Britain cycling was on a mediocrity, and even the people were not giving their gears to the team so that they might lose their name of the company. That was the thing. Brailsford and his coach team made small adjustments like making the seat more comfortable, rubbing alcohol to the tires, and then asking the riders to wear heated what is that? Wear electrically heated shorts to maintain their ideal muscle temperatures. These were all changes they did one by one. And what happened over during the 10-year span from 2007 to 2007, British cyclists won 178 world championships, which was in the mediocrity of for more than 100 years, could become world champions. That was because of small improvisation day by day. It did not happen overnight. It took a decade for them. So he says that day by day, but when the result comes, it is like superpower. Boom, you get the result. But you never knew that the result would be such big, and you not improvised day by day. He says why small habits make a big difference. That is like your small habits, your habits are like the compound interest of self improvement. So every day you need to make 1% of 1% better every day. You have to be 1% better than yesterday. Whatever it is, just 1% better than every day. If you had walked yesterday for a mile, today you can make at least 1.1 or 1.2. Yesterday, if you had exercised or 2 reps or 3 reps, today you can make it 5. Slowly, same holds good with your studies. Daily studying a little gives you better result at the end than studying at the end point, mugging up everything and you don't know anything. So small habits, that is like a graph. If you start doing 1% better than yesterday and the graph goes like this, I will show you the graph would be something like the book you can see 1% every day, the better goes up like this. 1% every day down, thinking you don't do nothing, but you come to a 0. So making small changes for better will give you the compound interest. It is like a compound interest. So whatever you do 1% better than yesterday and have patience, it will pay. Rather than thinking that I will do a massive change overnight and do it, you cannot do that. And it doesn't happen that way. So you need a constant change, day by day, be it your external or internal, maybe inside also. Your thoughts, your confidence level, your emotional level, your well-being, health-wise, you should be 1% better than yesterday. So what are the things that you can inculcate? You need to do that. Instead of, okay, if I lift 100 pounds a day, I'm going to break my bone. I'm going to hurt my muscle. Instead of that, day by day, I train my muscle. Every day, I keep training 10 lbs. Every day, I keep doing. One day, I will be able to lift that 100 lbs. So, this is how start improvising just 1% than yesterday. Need not be for the lifetime changes. Better than 1% better than yesterday. So it keeps compounding and you will reach the goal where you have to. So we will see what are the laws goes on in the next talk. For now I take leave from you all. This is Prema signing off from DSS. See you. Bye bye.